Our fearless honey badger is in serious trouble this time. While sneaking into a tree hollow for some honey, a dark shadow strikes without warning. The black mamba sinks its fangs right into his hindquarters. Lethal venom is instantly injected into his bloodstream. The agonizing pain sends the honey badger into a frenzy. While the attacker quickly slithers away, the neurotoxins in the venom rapidly spread through his body. He begins to roll and twitch in the dirt, his muscles spasming uncontrollably. Every inch of his body feels like it's being torn apart. It's a brutal, heartbreaking scene. In the wild, animals that can survive a black mamba bite are incredibly rare. Known as the Grim Reaper of Africa, this venom is a highly potent neurotoxin. It targets the central nervous system with pinpoint accuracy, causing total respiratory paralysis. It's simply one of the deadliest biological weapons on Earth. Here on the African savanna, the amount of venom a black mamba injects in one bite is enough to kill 15 grown men within 20 minutes. By respiratory failure, the sheer volume of venom surging through him right now has far exceeded his physical limits. After a few final, desperate struggles on the ground, his body goes completely still. It seems the honey badger has finally met his match. But even the fiercest predators make mistakes, and miracles often happen in the darkest moments. Less than 2 hours after the venom took hold, his eyes suddenly snap open. That familiar, untamed fire ignites in his eyes once again. He struggles to his feet, shakes his head, as if just trying to confirm that he actually cheated death. And his first reaction upon waking up, it isn't to run, and it isn't to rest. He turns right back to hunt down the snake that bit him. This is the honey badger, certified by the Guinness World Records as the most fearless animal on the planet. This fearlessness isn't just a disregard for death. It's because the word surrender isn't in his vocabulary. He lowers his head, nose hovering over the dirt, relying on a sense of smell far superior to most mammals, inch by inch. He tracks the faint scent left by the black mamba. When a honey badger is on the hunt, he shows almost obsessive endurance and focus. Along the way, a highly concealed burrow catches his attention. Driven by pure instinct, he dives in without a second thought. Moments later, he drags out a shivering wild dog pup. This seemingly random act is actually incredibly dangerous. In the brutal laws of the savanna, provoking a pack of African wild dogs is a death wish. They are apex pack hunters, boasting a hunt success rate of over 80%. That's even higher than lions or leopards. But the honey badger never thinks about the consequences. He lives entirely in the moment. Sure enough, before he gets far with the pup, the scouting wild dog pack spots him. In the blink of an eye, he is completely surrounded and trapped. A deadly battle to the finish is about to begin. The pack thinks this will be an easy kill, but no matter how hard they bite and pull, they just can't pierce the badger's tough hide. The honey badger's skin is anatomically unique. It's up to 6 millimeters thick and incredibly loose. The collagen fibers form a dense, crisscross pattern, acting like natural Kevlar body armor. Even more amazingly, this loose skin allows him to twist and turn inside his own skin, even when grabbed. Turning back to bite his attackers, the wild dogs bite furiously, but they usually just get a mouthful of thick skin. They can't reach his muscles or vital organs. After a grueling tug of war with the pack, the honey badger is completely unharmed. The wild dogs, however, are left panting and exhausted. This standoff has completely enraged the badger. He violently surges forward, breaking free from their jaws. He spins around and launches a ferocious counterattack. Fighting harder the longer it goes, he fights like a demon. Every lunge is fueled by sheer, ruthless willpower. The wild dogs slowly realize that this creature not only has impenetrable armor, making him impossible to pin down, but he's also burning with an unstoppable fighting spirit. The thought of retreating begins to set in. After a brief, tense stare down, they back off from the honey badger, growling as they slowly retreat, and finally scatter. They clear the path for this unbreakable little warrior. According to the rules of the savanna, wild dogs rarely waste this much energy on honey badger. They know that. Even if they manage to win, the reward is just an incredibly tough, meager meal. But if they make a mistake and lose, it could shatter their reputation. Not to mention, this crazy guy could keep fighting forever. The honey badger shakes the dust and grass off his coat, his eyes still sharp as a knife. He hasn't forgotten. The one who started all of this today. The black mamba that ambushed him. Without a moment of hesitation, he drops his head again, nose touching the ground. Picking up the fading scent on the wind, this time, he won't give his enemy any chance to escape. He won't stop until that venomous snake becomes his ultimate revenge dinner tonight. Soon enough, the badger locks onto the black mamba's trail. Arch nemeses reunited. The air instantly freezes with tension. The mamba is shocked that this creature is still alive. The badger's eyes are burning with pure vengeance. They stand off against each other. No wasted movements. Only a battle of life and death. The honey badger stays low to the ground, staring daggers. He knows exactly how fast the mamba is. And he knows the lethal weapon's hidden in that black mouth. But he also knows that backing down is not an option. Vengeance is the only way forward. The black mamba rears up, fully flared in anger. Its pitch black mouth acts as a final warning flag. The badger doesn't rush in blindly. He strafes side to side with quick steps, moving unpredictably to confuse the snake. He's waiting for the perfect moment for a kill shot. Suddenly, a black blur strikes. The fang shoots straight for his face. But this time, the honey badger is ready. He dodges swiftly to the side, perfectly evading the strike. He uses his front claws to pin the snake's head down and follows up with a vicious bite. This decisive strike crushes the black mamba's skull. The snake's body immediately goes limp. The frantic thrashing turns into muscle spasms, before finally going completely still. The revenge is complete. The honey badger wins. With his flat head and silver cape, his entire life is a battlefield. If he isn't fighting right now, he's on his way to start a fight. However, flush with victory, his blood is still boiling. He abruptly turns and lunges at a baboon. A baby baboon. The young baboon realizes the danger too late. A desperate shriek pierces the sky. The infant is killed instantly in his jaws. That horrific scream instantly ignites the grief and rage of the entire baboon troop. Witnessing the brutal death of their young, the troop goes absolutely berserk. A massive fire of vengeance has been lit. The honey badger arches his back and bares his teeth, stepping boldly onto the lifeless body of the infant. Crimson drops of blood drip from his jaws. This ultimate display of arrogance pushes the baboon troop over the edge. Dozens of adult baboons quickly form a tight circle, trapping the honey badger in the dead center. Yet the honey badger shows absolutely no fear. His back is arched, his hair standing on end, striking a fiercely defensive posture. The next second, a tidal wave of revenge crashes down on him. Working together with flawless teamwork, the baboons quickly overpower the badger. A massive male bides his time, then violently bites down on the back of the badger's neck. In excruciating pain, the honey badger aggressively twists around, sinking his own teeth deep into the baboon's arm. Taking advantage of the baboon flinching in pain, he rapidly breaks free. Becoming a blur of gray, he bolts out of the encirclement. The baboon troop roars and gives chase relentlessly, their furious cries echoing across the savanna. But they ultimately fail to catch that determined, fleeing shadow. As the dust settles, the mother baboon tightly cradles her baby's cold, lifeless body. Her eyes are blank with shock. The infant's warmth slowly fades away in her arms. As she lets out soft, heartbroken whimpers, she refuses to let go. The entire baboon troop watches the scene in absolute, stunned silence. A heavy, suffocating pressure fills the air. Every stare is like a blade forged in fire. For this troop, the young are not just the continuation of their bloodline, they are the very foundation of their future. Has completely crossed their most unforgivable line. And that honey badger, his ego is at an all-time high. Invading baboon territory completely solo, murdering an infant, and walking away unscathed. Actions like this make him an absolute legend on the African savanna. He shakes out his dusty coat, completely ignoring the palpable hatred radiating from behind him. He doesn't even bother to look back. The very next day, the badger invades the baboon's territory once again. Pushing his luck even further, he attacks a lone juvenile baboon, sinking his fangs into its soft fur. The young baboon's terrified screams instantly trigger the explosive rage of the entire troop. Within mere seconds, dozens of fully grown baboons swarm out from the bushes and rocks. This time, the vengeful troop is not going to let him escape. As highly intelligent primates, baboons have the intelligence of a 5-year-old human. Facing the ferocious honey badger, they quickly deploy a highly coordinated tactical group assault. Step 1, trap and blockade. They force the badger into an open, exposed area, completely cutting off any chance of him digging an escape route. Step 2, relentless stamina drain. They take turns stepping up to provoke him, systematically draining his energy and slowing his reflexes. They avoid a direct, all-out brawl, turning it into a calculated war of attrition. The final step, targeted lethal strikes. They focus their attacks on the badger's face, limbs, and other vulnerable spots. You have to understand, an adult baboon can weigh nearly 100 pounds. That's over 3 times the size of the badger. With canine teeth up to 2 inches long and a bite force of roughly 600 pounds, they can inflict fatal damage on almost any prey. Although the honey badger is outmatched in size, strength, and group intelligence, he possesses an incredible defensive superpower. His skin is up to 6 millimeters thick, built with 3 intertwined layers of collagen. It's as tough as industrial rubber. When the baboon's sharp teeth bite down, it's like trying to chew through a car tire. But the true game changer is how incredibly loose the badger's skin is. It's practically detached from his underlying muscle and bone. Even when he's pinned to the ground, he can forcibly twist his body around to strike back at the baboon's sensitive noses. Add to that his reckless disregard for death and his purely aggressive nature. The badger fights with a kamikaze style, happy to take a hit to give one. He regularly breaks down enemies far larger than himself. However, no matter how tough the individual, you can't beat highly organized pack tactics. Faced with the baboon army's methodical beatdown, every time the badger turns to bite, he takes hits, scratches, and bites from all directions. As the wounds multiply, his stamina drains rapidly. His movements grow sluggish. Blood soaks through his silver-gray coat. That arrogant, battle-hardened glare is slowly being ground down into heavy, exhausted panting. After hours of this bloody brawl, the honey badger finally collapses into the dirt. He is unable to fight back anymore. But the baboon's revenge doesn't stop there. They drag his limp body around, pinning the badger's battered remains to the ground, repeatedly rubbing him in the dirt, fully venting their explosive rage. Finally, the once unstoppable honey badger is hung high up in the branches. Swinging silently in the dry season wind, it serves as a brutal declaration of baboon territory and a bloody warning of their vengeful wrath. The honey badger ultimately paid with his life for his relentless provocations and murders. On the savanna, there are no eternal kings. When provocation crosses the line of survival, even the toughest armor is no match for the judgment of a unified collective. The honey badger proved this rule with his life. Under the scorching African sun, arrogance is always paid for in blood.